Hello everyone, this is the Cajun Gaming Guild and this is Little Giant coming to you. And today I decided to make a short video and it's going to be quite short. In 7 Days to Die Forsaken Trail, and all this video is going to do is explain a little bit about the traders, the different ones that you can come across, how to open them, and a little bit about the things that you can find inside these gates that you are looking at right here. But before we go in, I just want to show you around the base. Okay, so you can see it's quite well guarded. All right, there are steel spike traps all the way around. Or I say steel, it could be just iron, same difference. There are, it looks like barbed wire all the way around the top. Okay, and then you have like a steel sea can, etc., etc. It's pretty well guarded, so if you're inside and there are creatures trying to come in after you, well, they're going to have a hard time getting in, alright? There is a mailbox that you can loot, and a gate as well. As soon as you walk in,
armor, weapons,
you'll
sham, whatever you need, pal.
You'll figure out who the trader is, okay? And it can be random, as you'll see in this video. So we have Trader Joel here. As far as I can tell, the inventory is going to contain the same like branch of things. And it's always going to be random in here, all right? It's still going to have vehicles. It's still going to have firearms. It's still going to have everything here on the left-hand side. All these different categories are going to exist. It's just going to be random on what you get. And the trader himself or herself is going to restock every 7 days. So on day one, it's going to have stuff. So if you can get here on day one, good for you. All right, and then the next time it refreshes will be grade day 8, and then day 15, like you saw there, etc., etc. Okay, you can unlock this door. Sometimes these shelves have things on them. The cash register has stuff in it. This army truck always has something in it. This right here is kind of important. A lot of people don't know this. But you're going to always have a cement mixer, a bench, and a forge. Okay? These things can be destroyed by mobs if they get through the barricade. Alright? How do I know that? Well, I played many different run-throughs to make this video, so I could open different traders, and these are also random. They can actually work. This is a destroyed workbench. This is a destroyed cement mixer, but this forge is usable. All right, which is awesome. Meaning you do not have to build this forge as long as you can keep it alive. All right. So why is that good? Well, this is a T2 forge as far as I know, and this is one of the last things that you can make, which is really, really awesome. The fact that I can use this right from day one if I can find it. All right, and yeah, so that's kind of important for you guys to know. In a different run through, I got here and it was surrounded, like it was in one of the hardest biomes, and these creatures, I shot them at least 25 times. I could see arrows sticking out of them left, right, and center. No way was I killing him from a distance. And he was a spitter and super strong and fast, and I was like, I didn't even dare go after him. He broke through right here, and I'll show you guys that later on in this video. And he destroyed these things within seconds. It didn't take him long, so you want to protect those if you need it. In here, there's just some things to loot. Okay, some wood, some gas, and
hey,
this
looking
part
to trade
here,
in your armor? We buy used armor in any condition.
I'm just waiting for him to be quiet. Okay, inside here, you're going to always have a drinks and a food vending machine, okay? That has not changed. It didn't matter which playthrough I played. But these three in the middle always do. These are random, okay? Here I have an armor, construction, and medical vending machine. These three vending machines can be different every run through, all right? Every time you do a different map. So you want to check these depending on your playthrough. And I can't stress this enough when you pick your skills. because you're only going to get so much skill points in this game. It starts off with 2, but by the time you get to level 40, it drops down to 1 skill point every level, which it starts to get super duper slow at that point. Okay, so in saying that, if you plan on making putting points into medical things like bandages and making that stuff, well, this vending machine is going to be useless to you. Okay, I would suggest, and this is just my own opinion, putting your points opposite of whatever these 3 machines are. So if you can buy construction materials and construction tools, etc., then you might not want to put so many points in that construction tool building, all right? Because you can buy all your stuff. So instead of wasting a bunch of points in medical, you could just come here and pay $1,300, which doesn't take a super long time to do in this game, all right, guys? So, or in this mod. Construction materials, same thing. You can buy wood, you can buy nails, you can buy steel rebar, steel plate, right? So it's not a bad idea to come here and check this out before wasting all your points in your skills. All right. One thing, you're going to find different mods in the armor one. All right. I've come across some different mods. Miner helmet. Okay, I bought this miner helmet in a previous run. It did not come with a light, just so you guys know that, alright? If you find the miner helmet out in the world, though, I have found it out in the world, and it did have a light in it. So, it could be random. You might actually find a miner helmet with it in it. But what happened when I clicked on the miner's helmet, I could see here there was a mod in it, and it said headlamp mod, alright? So, $800, I highly doubt this has a lamp in it. Alright, so just be aware of that stuff. Instead of going and wasting your money thinking, oh, I'm going to have a headlamp mod, maybe not. Alright, guys, because it's $2,900 to buy the headlamp mod. So odds are if there was one in here, it would reflect the price as well. Okay, the armor plating mods, I haven't used them. It's only giving 0.01. I don't know if that's worth it or not. To me, it doesn't look like it is. Okay, so totally up to you what you want to do with these mods and this armor. Okay, this is that trader that I found with all the hard mobs in the area, and they were kicking my butt pretty bad. I ended up dying here too because it got through and I just couldn't kill it. It was crazy hard hitting creature. Well, it got through the side wall where my workbench and forge and stuff were, and it destroyed them in like a few seconds too. I didn't even have a chance to fight it off. And yeah, exactly. There's some books in here as well. And this is Trader Bob. Again, like I say, he still has all the inventory
gadgets, gizmos.
here. Okay, it might not be in the exact same order, but it is here. But again, the stuff is random.
You're so cheap.
And
you
inside
wouldn't
here,
built
he
to see
has
Jesus riding a
tools,
bicycle.
firearms, and medical. Okay, his are a little bit different. The tools and the firearms, there's no construction. So for me, this one wouldn't work because I gotta have my construction stuff. All right, that's what I'm more interested in. And also medical. So if it was up to me, I want to have a medical one and I want to have a construction. That's the way I play. That's the strategy I use, I guess. Last but not least, in the world, you're going to find notes and letters and challenge quests, different things on paper, treasure maps, etc., etc. And you can accept those right from just reading the note. You can do it right when you find it. You can keep them in a chest at your base and then just do one whenever you want. And all the ranges and the tiers for the difficulty on those, they range from scavenger, I believe, all the way up to nightmare, or whatever the hardest level is. I think it's nightmare. Okay, so, and when you complete those challenges, you have to come back to the trader and he will reward you accordingly. All right, he'll give you a little bit of coin, and I don't know if there's experience, but I believe there's only coin. That's all you get. But it's a good way to advance and get extra cash from the traders. Okay, so that in a nutshell is the traders, and I hope that this video helped you guys out a little tiny bit. In my opinion, I feel traders are super important, okay? Because they have blueprints almost every single day. They're kind of expensive in 1.3. All right, they're like 125 bucks a pop, I believe. But with blueprints and research, you can do a heck of a lot more than you normally would be able to. So it's totally up to you what you're going to waste your money on, all right? You might want to save your money for construction. You might want to save your money for bullets. It's, again, it's how you want to arrange everything with your skill points, all right? You want to play this game using the trader, in my opinion, but just use them wisely, all right? So you might want to build your base nearby the trader. What I try and do now is on the first day, from this point on, the first day, I unlock my trader within a few minutes. Like, well, I say within a few minutes. By the time midday hits, I should have my first set of challenges done. This day one challenges, and it unlocks the trader, guys. And if you don't see him on your map, all you have to do is go around and walk around just for a few minutes, and the marker will spawn on your map, even if you're not close to him. It'll just spawn there, and then so you just check again in like 5 minutes if you're walking around outdoors, and it will be there. I've tried it out because I wanted to figure out how that worked, and sometimes he's far though. All right, so on one run he was like almost 2 kilometers away. It took me forever to get to him, and it was hard. There was lots of monsters in between, but it might be to your advantage to do that right away. By midday, you could figure out where your trader is and go park your butt next to him instead of having to run 2 kilometers from where you set up your base. Not exactly fun, right? If you want to use him every day for the first 10 days, you want to be close to him. And last but not least, we have Trader Hugh. So again, same idea, same things. These ones are all looted and destroyed, and just wanted to check in here, make sure that nothing changed. And these 3 have firearms, construction, and tools. So again, this one does not have the first aid, but it would have the construction. So depends on how desperately I would need that first aid one, right? Because the trader themselves also sells a little bit of everything. All right, so and I believe it's only the first. Well, it's saying day 8 here. So I think since 1.3, I think they have changed it, or it's only certain vending machines that change every day. All right. In 1.2, it seems to me that all of them changed every day because I would come every single day and there would be new stuff. But I think since 1.3, they change just like the trader does, okay? Making them a little bit less important, but again, if you want stuff at your fingertips, you may want to do this, okay? One last tip about vendors, guys, is this. If you have an item, for instance, I do not have one. Oh, yes, I do. I have one right here. This gun here, sell price 846. Okay, guys? If you modify this, each gun or whatever has not necessarily weapon, I guess, it's usually ranged weapons. They have parts that make them run. Without the parts, even if one of these is out of this position, you will not be able to use the weapon. Alright, it's just not going to work anymore. It's just a shell, basically. But you can sell the parts separately outside of the gun. So that's 300. So that's 665, 900, almost 1,000, I would say, right there. 1,400, okay? Plus the gun. So almost 1,600 bucks you're going to get now by selling this to the trader. All right, 1,600 bucks. Now, if you put it all back in the gun, it's worth 850 bucks. Understand? So you're going to make way more money by taking this stuff out and selling the parts separately than just selling the gun straight up. So that is my final tip for you all. The only thing is with this is, again, traders only buy up to 3 things from you before they will no longer buy things from you. And I think that resets on the refresh day. So just be aware that if you take the guns apart, you might be selling a lot of the same parts and it might not be worth it. So just be careful for that. All right. But again, it's all up to how you want to play the game, guys. All right. Okay, guys, so this video is going to end here. I hope this information helped you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. If you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button down below, though, that would be amazing.